Sociology is knowledge. When we say this, what do we mean by that? Sociology, being a science, is fastly accumulating its knowledge. The knowledge of sociology exists in the form of theories, principles, and laws. This store of knowledge is an organization of social facts as an organization of parts in a machine. Alright? Sociology has developed its methods of securing reliable facts about a certain phenomenon. The methods advocated such are scientific in nature, by which the validity of the phenomenon can be sought. The function of sociology to the solution of social problems is the same as that of biology to medicine, as that of mathematics or physics to engineering. So, by doing research, valuable factual information is added to the existing knowledge of this discipline of sociology. This store of knowledge is expanding by applying scientific techniques in research. Without research, no technique for the curing of disease and for building bridges would be possible. Similarly, without conducting research in sociology, no effective planning and solution to social problems would be possible. So now let's discuss the subject matter or branches of sociology. Man's all such behaviors which are termed as social lie in the field of sociology. Social behaviors open vistas with variety of interest in various aspects of life. Various human interests corresponding various aspects of life need a thorough study for each of them. Man's life is many-sided. To study one side thoroughly, specialization of interest is needed in that very side. This subject covers a large number of areas in its study. The specialized areas of inquiry include problems, phases of life, and institutional structure. Social problems such as poverty, crime, and delinquency, vices, sectarianism, physical and mental diseases are in the areas of sociological study. Social institutions include family, school, college, mosque, markets, and other fields of special interest. Mob behavior, crowds, strikes, and unrest among the people of a community are the occasions of interesting investigation to sociologists. So basically, sociology is divided into several fields of inquiry, which will be discussed now as the video proceeds. As we see that sociology is divided into several fields of inquiry, let's discuss the first field, which is called sociological theory. What it is basically. Sociological theory analyzes the principles and concepts as generalization of the science. Self-critical approach of science is practically applied, and in view of the latest investigations, the previously existing knowledge is verified. It is a tug-of-war between theory and fact, while fact being an undeniable existence of a reality. Scientific methods used in social research are the tools of collecting new facts, while theory is previously existing knowledge. Now let's see some of the theories. Circulation of elite between classes in a society, residues, and derivatives are the theories of Pareto. Durkheim's theories of collective representation and suicide attain an important position in sociological knowledge. Sumner's concepts of folkways and mores are valuable inventions added to the store of sociological. Differential association, a theory of crime by Sutherland, is gaining importance not in criminology but in sociology also. Frustration aggression, a theory in psychology by Dollard, is being applied in sociological researches. The hypothesis of cultural lag by Ogburn is maturing into theory by the recent verifications. Evolution of the species and survival of the fittest are the hypotheses of Charles Darwin under hot discussion today in sociology. Similarly, a large number of sociological theories exist today as lasting knowledge. Now we will be discussing the second aspect of the field of sociology or the branch of sociology, which is historical sociology. So, in the historical sociology, primitive and pre-literate societies of the recent past are the subject matter of study. With the information received, an answer for origin and explanation to our present ways of life is discovered. Remote cultures of ancient societies have been studied by anthropologists, which are a source of huge information for comparative study of cultures past and present. The stages crossed by modern cultures cannot be revived by a switch. The only way left to conceive about past stages of modern cultures is to study the remote cultures existing today in primitive societies. We study culture change by digging deep into historical sociology. Now, coming to the third branch of sociology, which is known as the sociology of family, let's first discuss what the major institutions in sociology are. It is very important for you all to know as to what the 5 major institutions in sociology are. So, family, education, religion, government, also known as politics, and the economy are the 5 major social institutions in sociology. So, as we are now talking about the sociology of family as the third branch of sociology, we discuss here as to how did the oldest institutions originate, how families evolved, what are the universal functions of this institution of family, what forms family has been adopting in different times, what are the recent trends of a modern family, and what are the major problems faced today to the integrity of this institution. These and such others are the questions for inquiry in this part of sociology. When we discuss about the sociology of community as the fourth branch, we see the organization and problems in both rural and urban types of communities are different and analyzed in this branch. Rural life differs from urban in important characteristics. On the criteria of differentiation, the field is divided into rural and urban sociology. Rural sociology studies rural structure, rural problems, its causes and consequences, and socio-cultural changes taking place in rural areas. On the other hand, urban sociology is more interested in urban social structure, urban problems, its causes, its consequences, and socio-cultural changes taking place in urban parts of the society. Now let's discuss the sociology of religion as the fifth branch of sociology. We study the origin and development of religious institutions in this field. For example, let's take the example of mosque. We can also take the example of churches and of temples. Of course, the religious institutions vary from one religious group to another. For example, mosques hold a very special significance in the Muslim culture. Similarly, churches hold a very special significance in the Christian culture, and temples hold a special position in the culture of Hindus or Buddhists. So, of course, religious institutions differ from religion to religion, but of course, as in the sociology of religion, the institution performs certain functions for the integration of social groups. These functions and problems of the institution are of equal importance in sociology. For example, sociology of Quran, sociology of Hadith, sociology of Fiqh analyzes concepts, principles, and generalizations in sociology of Islam. And of course, in the sociology of Christianity, their principles are analyzed and discussed sociologically, just as the principles of Hinduism, Buddhism, and other religious groups are also discussed and analyzed in sociological terms. Now, coming to the educational sociology as the sixth branch of sociology, the aims and objectives of educational institutions are studied in the field, of course. The activities of the institutions and problems arisen and relationship with other institutions are also important topics of inquiry. The school is related with community, both affecting each other in various ways. The seventh branch of sociology, which is political sociology, the origin, development, functions, and problems of the government and various social implications in political movements are the areas of study in this field. Distribution of power and authority, state and citizen relationship, and good governances are the topics of political sociology. The eighth branch is sociology of. It studies the formal social control of society, how laws regulate and systematize group life, conformity and non-conformity to laws, and the sociological factors responsible for such behaviors are of much interest in this field. Relationship between society and law and bearing of one upon the other, change in one affecting a change in other, also falls in this category. The ninth branch of sociology, which is the sociology of economic life, will be discussed now. Economic sociology, or the sociology of economic life, is a new branch of sociology. As Neil J. Smeltzer defines, Economic sociology is the application of the general frame of reference, variables, and explanatory models of sociology to that complex of activities concerned with the production, distribution, exchange, and consumption of scarce goods and resources. The first focus of economic sociology is on economic activities alone. The economic sociologist studies how these activities are structured into roles and collectivities. He inquires by what values these activities are legitimized, by what norms and sanctions they are regulated, and how the sociological factors or variables interact. The second focus of economic sociology is on the relations between sociological variables or factors as they manifest themselves in the economic as well as non-economic contexts. For example, how do familial roles associate with occupational role of a local community and the control of its political structure? The focus includes both situations in which economic and non-economic structures are integrated with one another. Subdivisions of economic sociology. Economic sociology has its own subdivisions. Among these can be mentioned occupational sociology, the sociology of work, the sociology of complex organizations, at least that part which deals with economic bureaucracies, industrial sociology, plant sociology, the sociology of consumption, and so on. The 10th branch of sociology is the sociology of knowledge. The sociology of knowledge is the study of the relationship between human thought and the social context within which it arises, and of the effects prevailing ideas have on societies. The term first came into widespread use in the 1920s when a number of German-speaking sociologists, most notably Max Scheler and Karl Mannheim, wrote extensively on it. With the dominance of functionalism through the middle years of the 20th century, the sociology of knowledge tended to remain on the periphery of mainstream sociological thought. It was largely reinvented and applied much more closely to everyday life in the 1960s, particularly by Peter L. Berger and Thomas Luckman in The Social Construction of Reality, which they wrote in 1966, and is still central for methods dealing with qualitative understanding of human society. Although very influential within modern sociology, the sociology of knowledge can claim its most significant impact on science more generally through its contribution to debate and understanding of the nature of science itself, most notably through the work of Thomas Kuhn in The Structure of Scientific Revolutions. Coming to the 11th branch of sociology, which is the sociology of terrorism, we seek to understand terrorism as a social phenomenon and how individuals as well as nation-states address it. Not to be confused with terrorism studies, a branch of criminology which often goes into the psychology of terrorism. Common topics part of the discourse of the sociology of terrorism include the war on terrorism, the Algerian War of Independence, and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, where within these contexts questions of power, the definition of terrorism, propaganda, nationality, the media, etc. are asked. It is a subfield of psychology that attempts to discover how all these things come all together and how society comes to understand it. The 12th branch of sociology is the social psychology, which is concerned with socialization processes of individuals' life, how an individual becomes a member of society by inculcating cultural norms in himself. Collective behavior like the public, mass, crowd, mob, strikes, and other group movements are the studies of interest to sociologists. Public opinion and propaganda and the techniques used also share this field. Now coming to the 13th branch of sociology, which is social psychiatry, the fight between society and individual and its impacts upon the individual organization resulting in his mental disorders and antisocial behavior are the separate fields of inquiry. The situation thus produced between individual and society is remedied in this field. The 14th branch of sociology is concerned with social disorganization. This section deals with the problems of maladjustment, such as the problems of crime and delinquency, poverty, ill health, population movement, vice, and prostitution. Crime and delinquency are specially studied in criminology. These and such other problems are mostly the product of social disorganization, hence form a separate section for study under this very heading. The 15th branch of sociology is human ecology and demography. Relationship among communities, neighborhoods, and their spatial distribution are of major concern in this field. Population movement, changes, and other characteristics also studied with equal interest. Demographical changes also affect human ecology, and this is equally important in this branch. There are so many other fields of specialization in sociology, such as folk sociology, the sociology of art, industrial sociology, medical sociology, military sociology, and sociology of consumer behavior, etc. In the next video, we will be discussing the major theoretical perspectives of sociology. This was all about the branches of sociology in this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share your feedback in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.